Welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus show. I am Lupagus, and Vikings organized team activities resume today. They have a few scattered out through the month of June, and they did have one today that was open to the media. So we're going to talk about the news and nuggets that came out of that. Before we get into those, this video is brought to you by Underdog. Use the promo code you see down there at the bottom of the screen. Promo code SKOL to receive up to $1,000 in bonus funds and a free pick. Thank you, Underdog, so much for sponsoring this vid. We love you so much here at Onebar and Lupagus show. So let's talk about the OTAs. But before we get into those, there was some press conference nuggets that kind of came out from a couple of players. The first one, Harrison Phillips linked JJ McCarthy to Josh Allen. He was with Buffalo formerly before he came to Minnesota, as you all know. And for him to compare JJ McCarthy, like his leadership, to Josh Allen's, that's a huge compliment. We already heard TJ Hawkinson do the same thing, comparing him to Matt Stafford. So if this guy can be half as good as either one of those two, the Vikings are going to be in very, very good shape. Justin Jefferson also came out saying, like, the reason he came out to OTAs in this year as opposed to prior years is to build that rapport with his teammates, specifically JJ McCarthy, to start getting used to his new quarterback, how he throws the ball, where he throws the ball, just, the rhythm and timing, getting that down early so they're ready to go this season. He also complimented JJ's arm, saying he is an absolute cannon. So Justin Jefferson, he's here because of that quarterback. Again, you love hearing these things about our quarterback, but you may not love hearing what happened with him today in the organized team activities, brought to you by Will Regas. He did a nice article, nice little write-up, so go check that out. We're going to take a lot of what he said here and talk about it. But it sounds like McCarthy just didn't have a great day today. It was windy out there. Maybe it wasn't the best conditions, but sounds like he did. He threw an interception to Isaiah Rodgers in 7-on-7 drills, missed TJ Hawkinson in the back corner of the end zone in red zone time. It sounds like it was catchable, but maybe not quite an ideal ball placement by McCarthy. Then also held the ball long, taking sacks where if it was real game situations, he definitely would have been sacked. So not everybody has their best day every single day, but no doubt JJ McCarthy will learn from this and get better. It's organized team activities. It's OTAs. It's not a big deal. This is where you want to make your mistakes. Not worried. But again, we're going to talk about when he does good, and we're sure as hell going to talk about when he does bad. We're even. We're fair here on the Onebar and Lupagus show. So let's get into some more of the notes and nuggets. Isaiah Rodgers looked pretty damn good today. He had the interception. He's just, Regas agrees. He's set for a huge role this season in Brian Flores' defense. So anybody not on the Rodgers train, get on it, because unless he gets injured, this guy is going to be a huge part of this defense. Another guy who's huge now apparently is Jalen Naylor. He's changed his number from 83 to 1. He's put on a bunch of muscle. Looks like he's completely jacked. He's in a contract year, and a lot of these guys in their contract years, when they ball out, he wants to make himself some money. Added the muscle. He sounds like he's been very impressive so far. We'll see if he can make it translate to the field. That's always been his issue. It's like, where is it on the field? Yes, we hear about it in the preseason. We hear about it in training camp. Let's see it when it actually matters. So maybe Jalen Naylor finally live up to that wide receiver $3 billion that we've all been waiting for him to grab for so many years and really just run with. So good hearing that. Jeff Okudah, interesting, has been getting a lot of work with the ones in place of Mekhi Blackman while he recovers from his injury. He's the man lined up next to Byron Murphy, and it'll be interesting to see if he can make this team and actually have an impact. If Brian Flores can get what other teams could not get out of the former number 3 overall pick back in 2020. I actually bet Onebar he wasn't going to make the team. So if he doesn't make the team, I owe Onebar a case of beer. Right now, this is looking like I'm a moron, and Onebar is going to get himself some delicious Miller Lite. But we'll see what happens. It's still early. Mekhi Blackman could come back in, and we don't know what Okudah's reps look like after that. So we'll see. I'm not worried. But right now, I think arrow's pointing for Onebar winning that bet. Max Brosmer, according to Regas, looks really good. Gets the ball quickly, made nice throws to Miles Price and Ty Felton in the red zone. Will he beat out Brett Rippon for the number 3 spot? Probably not, but definitely practice squatter. We'll see what happens with Brosmer. Like, he's always been cerebral, quick release. That was no surprise. So hearing this, I'm not shocked to hear this at all. Max Brosmer, a friend of the show, and a guy who probably is going to have some kind of role in this team, whether it is as a quarterback 3 or just a guy on the practice squad learning under Kevin O'Connell. So it sounds like today in 11-11s, there was instances where Dallas Turner, Jonathan Grenard, and Andrew Van Ginkel were all out there on the field at the same time. Could you imagine that? I can't wait to see that in a game next year. Those 3 demons out there. Oh, man, that's going to be fantastic. No quarterback is safe with those guys out there as a 3-headed monster. I love it, Brian Flores. You are a sick, twisted man. I want to see more of that. Love hearing that kind of a wrinkle. Injury-wise, Will Fries is still out. Blackman's still not a full participant. Rondale Moore and Gavin Bartholomew were also working on a side field. So maybe they got something going on. Josh Metellus and Blake Cashman were present, but not seem to be participating in 7-on-7s either. So not everybody out there on the field. We'll see if there's anything to Bartholomew and Rondale Moore. Rondale Moore is a guy who I don't care if it's OTAs or not. I don't think he can afford to lose any reps. I don't think he's a lock at all to make this team. So those are your news and nuggets from Vikings OTA here on June 2nd, 2025. Don't forget, hit up Underdog, use that promo code SKOL, and keep your SKOL right in your hole.